this video person.
Welcome to Al Tasneem Enterprises LLC. Lifting operation. We perform many activities in a day, and lifting operation is one of the critical operations that we can observe at any work site. Due to the critical operation and lack of awareness, there have been reports of many incidents that occurred while handling material. Let us have a look at the hazards related to material handling. Main causes for the incidents are defective wire rope sling, violation of the set procedures, such as not using a lifting plan or risk assessment, incompetent crew, using MEWP as a lifting equipment, overriding the safety controls on the lifting equipment, people being in the line of fire, person getting struck by and caught between dead weight and outrigger. Using defective tools and tackles. Person getting struck by and caught between load and stationary object. Wrong selection of the lifting equipment. Using equipment for lifting load beyond its load capacity. Ignoring the safety instruction provided by the manufacturer for using a machine. For example, not using the load chart, ignoring the alarms, etc. Using equipment without checking it and its safety. Not following the guidelines of maintaining the equipment according to the manufacturer's instructions. For example, not checking load indicator, boom angle indicator, swinging alarm, reverse alarm, upper limit switch, etc. Allowing incompetent or unauthorized staff to use the equipment. Any part of the crane touching the overhead electrical wires, which can result in electrocution. Grounds not being firm and outrigger not fully extended, which may result in tripping, imbalance, or trapping of the crane. Presence of workers in the line of fire. Poor communication between banksman and lifting equipment operator. Using equipment in extraordinary and adverse weather conditions. Equipment used for material handling. Now, we will learn about equipment used in handling of heavy objects, the associated dangers, and the safety techniques required while using the equipment so as to avoid incidents. The equipment used in material handling are categorized into two parts: lifting tools and tackles. Lifting tools and tackles are used to attach load or material to the lifting machines. For example, web sling, wire rope, chains, D-shackle, hooks, chains, and spreader bar, etc. Lifting equipment. Lifting equipment are used for lifting load or material and moving it from one place to another with the help of lifting tools and tackles. For example, tower crane, telescopic crane, side boom, crawler crane, tool carrier, EOT crane, and forklift. Safety during lifting. Now, us understand the safety rules to be followed while performing a lifting operation. During loading and unloading, please follow a 10-point checklist. All equipment should have an inspection tag and specify their capacity to lift weights. Only those hooks and shackles must be used, which indicate safe working load on them. The equipment should be inspected from a competent person, and the certificate must be kept safely. All the lifting equipment should be checked by a lifting equipment controller every month, and it shall be inspected and colour-coded as per the current month's colour-coding practice. Every lifting work to be carried out should be pre-planned and shall be conducted under the careful supervision by a competent person. The personnel responsible for giving signals, banksmen, should wear reflective vest for allowing their identification. Before starting the work, a permit has to be issued in accordance with the safety norms of the company. Also, ensure that safe working procedure contains the 10-point checklist, lifting plan, job safety analysis, risk assessment, and personal protective equipment. Supervisor should ensure that crane operator or rigger or helper and any other workers are familiar with the safe working procedures as well as other rules. It should be ensured that competent, experienced and certified crane operator, banksman and rigging crew are available. Operators should have a valid driving license. The operator or rigger or helper should always have their safety card and competency card with them. As we know, toolbox talk is an essential part of work before commencing the task. It shall at least contain the below brief discussion. Task assignment. Discussing the task in details with the associated related hazards may help the workers to understand the associated risks. Roles and responsibility. In order to facilitate an effective safety management system, the roles and responsibilities of the concerned personnel shall be defined and communicated irrespective of other responsibilities. Method statement. Method statement is a detailed statement of work, which includes scope of the task or activities, hazards involved in that task, and the safe work methodology of the task. Task risk assessment. Discussion on the site-specific or lift-specific risk assessment and control measures, and if there are any change in plan or process. Dynamic risk assessment to be carried out before starting the job. Lifting plan. Lifting plan contains the essential information for the particular lifting operation, such as type of lift, selection of lifting equipment, tools and tackles, safe working load, and right method to use them. Slinging and rigging method. Safety precaution during the lift. Now, let us understand the safety rules to be followed while lifting operation. No person shall be allowed in the cordoned area other than the banksman and helpers. No person shall be allowed on the trailer and on the crane while loading and offloading. Safety barricade should be secured in the working area around the crane. Land should be even and hard. Outrigger should be fully extended. Lights and sounds of reverse brakes should be in proper working condition. Rear view mirror should be clean and should be in a proper position. If the crane has to be placed near the excavation, then make sure that jack plate is at a safe distance from the edge, that is, 3 times away from the excavation depth. While lifting the weight, the hook should be right over the center of gravity. If this rule is not applied, then the weight will get lifted in a tilted position instead of a straight position. In such cases, the sling will have unnecessary weight and the load may become imbalanced, which is dangerous. This kind of problem must be rectified immediately. If the angle of sling triangle is bigger, it will create more pressure on the sling. This will reduce the capacity of the lifting weight. Make sure that the angle of the sling triangle is smaller, which will increase the capacity of lifting weight and is a safe condition. Lifted weight should be properly tied up by the guide rope so that it does not hit any person or object. Do not use equipment in any extraordinary and adverse conditions, such as strong wind, heavy rain, heavy dust, thick fog, etc. Don't use cell phones or other electronic devices like music player, headphones, etc. while operating the cranes. If you consume alcohol or drugs, then do not conduct any lifting operation. While maintaining the equipment, make sure to turn the engine off. Take the keys out. Use wheel chokes and support the hydrolocks with a hard object. When the crane is not operating, then the operator should lock the cabin and place the key in a safe, authorized place. Remember, you are empowered and obligated to stop if any unsafe action or condition is observed. Report unsafe actions and unsafe conditions to your supervisor or safety advisor. Friends, now you have gained knowledge about lifting operation. If you have any questions, please contact your supervisor or safety advisor. Executive Director of the R Company also empowers all to raise the genuine concerns which they believe had not been appropriately addressed by concerned employee or site management. You can call or email on below to escalate to top management.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Okay, so we have only crane operator here and rigger helper. Okay. Remember that the one only can do crane operation and can do giving rigging signal is a certified by Aramco. Okay? So you as a rigger helper will help the certified rigger, okay? And for the assistants, remember that we will do lifting. We are not talking about only few kilo. We are talking about tons, okay? Thousand of kilo that we can lift. So it is very important that we need to make sure, because crane operation is one of the high risk activity. You have seen the video, several accident, right?
Yeah.
Meaning, if we make mistake, it can cause serious injury or it can kill a person. Remember, crane itself is already heavy, right? So if we will also do improper setup of the crane, the possibility of collapsing, okay, even without load. Okay, so it is very important to what are the safe work practices. This is just a reminder, okay, for you to make sure that it is always being followed. Okay. Now, lifting, meaning we have to lift. Of course, in a construction right now, your station will be piping, right? And also you will erect structure. Okay, so crane, of course, we need crane to lift this one. Okay, to erect spool or pipe, or even this erection of the pipe rack. Okay, so we need to lift this load. And by lifting this one, of course, we need to properly attach to his equipment. The equipment is the crane. Sir, what are you operating? What kind of crane?
100 ton liver, sir. 1100
1100
LTM 1100.
Is it a truck mounted rough terrain
All terrain.
Ah?
All terrain, sir.
All terrain. So it's a rough terrain. It's a big big wheel. Okay. So all terrain crane they are using. So of course it will be with an outrigger because lifting equipment can be truck mounted. So it's like a truck. And then there is like a crawler crane, it can be tower crane, it can be overhead gantry crane, so anything that we can use to lift. Okay. Now of course rigging is to attach this one to the crane. So you will assist your rigger, a certified rigger. It can be from rigger 3 to or 1, depends on the capacity and what kind of lift you are doing. He will select which the proper belt or shackle or maybe chain or sling, wire of sling. Okay, so by this one, that is, and then he will do the signal, okay, to rig. That is the rigging, and then of course proper signal to transfer from this location to the desired location. It's either transferring a load, unloading a load from a truck, or maybe to erect, okay, for the construction. Now, of course, it is very important for you to know what will be the safe working load. Do not think that the crane is 110 ton capacity, meaning all the way 110 ton it can lift. No, it depends on the positioning. Remember that there is distance. For example, if I am a person, right? If we carry a material close to our body, very easy, right? But try to lift like this, extended arm. You see, it's even same kilo, very hard. It will be the same with the crane. So meaning the more distance you load away from the crane, the lesser capacity it has. So the possibility, if we will not follow the load chart or whatsoever, this crane can collapse. And remember who is inside the barricade? You, the rigger, and the crane operator. So there are cases that a crane, even without load, it is collapsing, especially during maintenance. Okay, so it's very important for you to follow this one now. So the crane operator, as you know, he cannot, here in Aramco, they cannot operate a crane, even third-party certified without this Aramco certificate. Same like you cannot work as a rigger because you are not certified by Aramco. But for him, he is certified. There will be a card issued to them, and it will mention there what kind of crane they can operate. Okay? It is only mentioned, they cannot operate any crane, no. This is only the crane that he can operate. Okay, even the brand is there, right? Okay.
Even the brand.
Even the brand, it is there. Okay, they are being tested to operate this specific crane. Now, so we don't worry because here in this project, this will be inspected by our equipment inspector, Mr. Florimar. Okay, and we are checking his his Aramco certificate, submitting to Aramco if it is fake or not, because one time we catch one here, one boom truck operator having a fake certificate of Aramco. Okay, we cannot. Luckily, he immediately ran away. If this is being caught by Aramco, this is a big violation. It's forging. Okay. Now, the certificate to be issued here, if the crane is okay, of course, the name of the operator will be there also in the safety certificate where you will display in your crane that it is already been inspected. Now, if for example your crane operator go for vacation, then the certificate it should be changed to a who is the operator, because we need to verify again if the card of the operator is authentic or not. Okay? So all of this requirement for the crane operator, it is being already inspected. So your equipment inspector will go to our equipment inspector, and then they will inspect initially, then they will call the attention of Aramco for final approval of the crane. Okay? Now, for rigger, of course, you must be aware that there is 3 category or level of rigger. We have the rigger 1, 2, 3. So rigger 3 can lift only up to 10 ton. Okay? Rigger 2 can lift up to 40 ton. Simple lift. Meaning simple lift, one crane only lifting the load. Okay? Now rigger 1 can lift everything. Okay? 40 ton above and can lift any critical activity. We will discuss later on what are mentioned to become a critical. So this also have certification, a card issued by Aramco, and we are verifying this also. And it will rate there how many, what is the rigger category. There is a card. So here now, crane operator of course need to do what? The daily checklist, right? So you as a rigger helper or rigger will have to help your crane operator, because the crane operator inside the cabin, signal light okay, reverse light okay, horn, everything, okay? If any problem you see with the crane, you have to speak to the crane operator. And the crane operator will write in the checklist, see, already have small leak. Okay, the crane operator will mark their X, have minor leak. But if the crane operator think this leak is not that much big deal, it can be rectified later on, then it's no issue. Because if you will do like this, sit on the cabin, tick, 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 supervisor sign, like that. What if Aramco will come? And then Aramco will say, leak, okay. Crane operator, come, how are you? Good morning. Did you check already? Yes, I checked already my crane. Okay, can you show me your checklist? Okay. And then he will call you, okay, what is this? So why here in your checklist saying no leak, but here in actual have leak? Call your supervisor. Right? Remember the supervisor also signing in that checklist. Supervisor, come. Did you check the crane? Yeah, I signed already the checklist. Come here, supervisor, foreman. What is this? Only this today. You think you can fool Aramco? And you see so many dust there and already too much leak there? No, this is not today. So of course they will issue you disciplinary action, warning letter. But if you have done properly, boss, already, see, I have already 5 days already, I'm reporting have leak, no action. That said the crane operator, okay, call me your supervisor. Supervisor, boss, I already sent email to our management, no action. So, who will Aramco will catch? Management, not you. Remember, the checklist is not that should be all okay so that you can use, no. But of course, if you think, as a crane operator, if you think it is already not okay, then cross and tell them I cannot use the crane. But if you think it's only minor, like busted light or some small damage of tire worn, you can tell them. Okay? At least you are reporting, because one time we have with this man lift operator, he was given warning letter because in his checklist, all okay, that tire have several big cut. So telling, you, man lift operator, you are not doing properly your job. You are not checking your equipment. Okay? So make sure that you properly do the daily inspection, pre-start checklist of your equipment. Okay? Here, this is one important for me. Okay, as a crane operator, maybe you as regulator, you will see this one. Where we can find this one? Mostly where we can find this one. At the end of the terminal of your
Cable.
cables, right? Wire cable of the crane. So from the drum going to the pulley of the boom to the pulley,
Hook
and
block.
then going to the hook block, and then just rotating several, right? And what we call this one? False or reeving
Reeving.
or
Part
part
line.
line. In other, we call it how many falls or how many reeving or how many part line. And this is, we depend on, and this counting of this one, that's why load chart is not only one. In the manufacturer manual, the load chart is only not one chart. We have several load chart. It depends how many
Part line.
part line. Okay, that is your obligation to tell your work permit receiver. Okay, because this is also the basis of your third party certificate. Because some, remember that this wire rope can be changed. It depends on the request of the company, right? Who will use the crane. For example, we are renting from a crane provider. I need this crane on this. This is the distance, and I need this capacity. So they can reduce or they can increase the number of part line. So maybe sometimes they change, the third party is still valid, they did not send for load test. What is written in the third party certificate, 6 falls, 6 part line, but in actual it's only 4. The third party is correct? No. And remember here also at the end of the line wire, if this is being removed, even if the same, always the third party is invalid. You need to do again load test from the third party. Okay. Now why I am showing this one? Because I am seeing when I came here in Saudi and at camp, when we are still making the camp, I saw a crane. Okay, like this. The live end and the dead end is clamped together. Okay. Very common also in boom truck. So why is this not allowed? Okay. Why it should be free, right? It should be free like this. And some, I am seeing installed opposite like this.
Yan mali.
Now, so what is the reason? Okay, why if you see this kind of arrangement, because maybe this is being done by a not qualified mechanic.
Yung isa sir, bakit nga ganyan sir? Hindi pwede. Yung pinagsasama yung dalawa.
Yeah, okay. Here. Which is actually holding the wire rope?
Holding the wire of this, the with
The wire rope, this wedge will be the one, if there is weight, it will go in and it will grab the wire rope. Okay. Even without this one, even it's straight, really, even like this will never let go. The real purpose of this one, is small one, this will never stop. If this is slip, this will never stop. It will never stop. If the diameter of the wire rope, according to the manufacturer, is for the diameter of this wedge, it will properly grab it. Now, why we are not doing clamping, remember, for example, this is the wire rope. Okay. You clamp, what will happen to the wire? it is being
Pwede na ako magbigay kay Busa nito?
No. No. Hindi.
Hindi pa ako.
Yes. Examination natin yan. Hindi ka na.
Standby man.
No. No.
I-coach ito ko, no?
Ano mo na yan? Hata tayo man sasangat.
Yan.
Tandaan ko na ba? Remember that you're already trying to what you call this pressure, put pressure in the wire. So what if there is tension here? More, it will, this one with the pressure, it will slowly cut off. When you are pressing also, there is possibility you will create angle. Right?
Nakatak siya dito.
Yes. Okay. Even you do like this, even you do like this, if the wire rope size is smaller to this one, that will be useless. Remember, you are not lifting how many? All few kilo. You are lifting ton. Or for example, one diameter of wire rope, mostly in the normal small crane, mostly one wire rope is 8 ton capacity, right? Then because of the reeving, several 8, 16, 24 like that, right? Double. So meaning this one is holding. Now, why it is also not allowed this one on the other side? Like this. Why? Why it is also not allowed? Yeah, this will never let go. Even like this, this wire will never get off from the. Okay, why? Why it's not allowed? I know it's reverse, but why it's not allowed? Have you noticed the wedge? Have you noticed this one? This is straight. This is angle. This is, you see, center of gravity, if there is low, going straight to the live end. And remember, during lifting operation, for example, this is the safe working load, the WL workload limit is 100. This is 8 ton, meaning if we use this in straight, how many is this WL? 8 ton, right? Same. We are using 100% capacity of the wire rope.
Naka-degree siya magbabawas.
Yes, that is the problem. Now, if it is here, you put it opposite, the center of gravity will be here. This will swing here, and the wire, you see, already angle here. See? Angle is already here. And this wire will go like this. So, there will be angle. Now, is this still 8 ton?
Decrease.
No more. Can you trust now your load chart? No. You cannot trust now your load chart because in load chart, this in the one wire in the hook, it's 8 ton. But because it's angled down, reduced, then mostly here it will be cut from here. Same when you are clumping together. Okay. It should be free. Nobody giving stress to the wire rope. Okay? So that is the importance of this one. We have one accident before that this one let go. Even they put like this. They even put clamp like this. Why? Because they replace it with smaller diameter wire. So this one cannot grab the wire rope. That was a side boom crane in my previous project. When the mechanic changed, you know, the boom have its own wire, right? It's a bigger wire. Now the pulley, the hook for the lifting, smaller wire. They put the same size of this wire, replacing this one. So when this one holds, suddenly this one fell. Because the wire rope is slipped from here. And you will notice this is already inside, but still it cannot hold the wire because it's small diameter. So that's why this repair of this one need only by competent, certified mechanic that can know what is crane all about. Okay, so it should be proper diameter with for this socket body wedge. Rigor, this okay? This is okay?
No.
Okay. So remember, as I told you, crane is already heavy. And I know are you doing compaction outside? Maybe only like this. Okay, the last. So please make sure that all the soil is properly compacted, level. Remember, sometimes our crane operator will do like, if it is not properly compacted, you are rotating it, right? 360. Again, checking the level again, if that level again adjusting, and then again turn to make your counterweight. I know, they do it like this. But supposed to be no. Supposed to be the compaction is before putting the crane there, right? But let's be honest here, sometimes this is not happening here. Okay? But just be careful. Okay? Make sure that you think that the soil is, the compaction, it is enough properly compacted, or else crane can collapse. Okay, is your crane equipped with this rigger pin? When you fully extend, have, right?
Meron, sir.
So, are your rigger always using this one, or sometimes they are not putting it?
Sometimes.
Okay, madam. This is the indication that the outrigger is fully extended. Okay. Of course, if it is not fully extended, this crane can overturn. And why we call it rigger pin? Because the rigger will be the one can put the pin, right? The crane operator upside. This is for your safety also. Okay? Because for example, we have so many cases also that the rigger is being crushed by the outrigger, right? So, if he is ready to retract, then he need your remove already the pin. So you know that this outrigger will be already retracted. This is for your safety. Okay? So put it. And also that is for, we know that the crane is fully extended. Do not think some like this. No problem. For example, this structure here. This one cannot fully extend. This is no problem. Lifting is here. This is full extend. So we did our own calculation, not following the load chart. So can you assure? No. Yeah. This one. No problem. Load 5 ton. This will never let go. Halfway, this will not go. You're thinking like this. Okay. Lifting is not only, there are lifting that we call it dynamic lifting. Especially when a crane is on a barge, in offshore. Or, especially crawler crane. Crawler crane is the only one crane that while lifting, it can travel. Correct? Crawler crane, while lifting. And remember, when it is traveling, the possibility that the load is jumping. So if the load is jumping, remember that the load become times 2. That's why there are different calculation of this one. And the possibility, if the load is jumping, this one can slowly going out. So do not just put like wire or something temporary, put the correct cutter pin. Okay? This is very important also. For example, now you are lifting all already upside. Now release load, but still belt shackle attached to the pipe or to the structure. Can your operator say, I want to go hammam, you watching here? Possible, crane operator go?
No.
No. The crane operator can only leave his cabin if it is in the standby position, and he should lock the door. Okay. And here, Malema, maybe you asking him, teaching me operate crane,
No.
Remember, you are inside Aramco premises. Something went wrong, you will be in trouble. If you want to learn about crane, do not do it inside here, Aramco. You can do it outside, proper training school, but not here. Okay? So, rigger. We don't have any rigger here, certified rigger, but as for you, for your knowledge, okay, so checking the weight and okay, here one also, sir, your crane is not a weighing scale. What do I mean? Remember, before they can do a lift, they need to make lifting plan.
Yes, sir.
Now sometimes this supervisor
Check the load.
do not know how much kilo, so he can make calculation. He will ask the crane, hey, can you lift how many kilo? Then you make already big violation. You lift the load without lifting plan, without permit. Correct?
Yes.
If they do not know the load, no, I will not allow you. You go to office, check the delivery note, right? Delivery note, it will be there, how many kilo. Or if not, you go to your engineer, calculate how much kilo is this one. But I will not use my crane as a weighing scale so that you will find how many kilo this one. That is already a violation. You can do only trial lift if they finish already lifting plan, permit have, you already rig, setting up all the shackle according to the lifting plan, then okay, before the actual lifting, crane operator, we do trial lift. How many centi up? Okay, how many ton? Then comparing the lifting plan to the actual of the crane, because maybe there is a big difference, like, why in our calculation 10 ton, why here telling 15 ton? Problem. Which is problem? Calculation or the crane? You don't know, maybe crane also have problem. So that is only we need to do. If it is almost the same or like that, then you can continue doing the correction. Okay? That is how we do here.
Pwede hinto yun, sir, pagka, halimbawa, sumobra sa...
Of course, yes. Yes.
Hinto, pwede
Yes.
hinto lang yun.
It is okay that it is lesser.
Sir, wala.
Lesser is okay, but it's higher, no. Meaning there is the calculation is wrong. Calculation or wrong, or maybe your calibration of your, we don't know, right? We need to find out which is the mistake, okay, which is wrong. Okay. More.
Pero hinto yun.
Yeah.
May problema doon, di ba?
Yes, there is a problem. You need to stop. Okay? We don't take risks. Okay? We don't need to take risks because, okay, for example, it's only one ton difference. And then suddenly, okay, your capacity is like this.
May mga supervisor kasi makukulit eh. Yung
The problem there, of course, if you are not being caught. If you can justify this to Aramco. Like this, but there is mistake. No. You as a supervisor, okay, for you, okay, it will be for sure questionable for the supervisor. For you, you think it's still okay because you know it is you have the SWL, but it will be a big problem for the supervisor. Why did you continue if you make a wrong calculation? Or maybe they will think, or maybe your crane have a problem. Why did you proceed like that? Okay, so it's a gamble. It will be a gamble from your side. I know in construction there are some pushing you, and especially when it is overloaded, doing the bypass.
Mayroon ganyan. Kunti na lang yan.
Yes, it's only 1 meter. No,
Pipilitin na may minute.
please. Okay. If you have a problem like this, immediately message us, safety department. Tell your safety. They are pushing me to do this unsafe. Remember, you have your license in Aramco. If you are being caught doing this one, they can immediately remove your license. Don't worry here. You can refuse. Your license is more important than them. Last time we have the same case, they are pushing our product and he sent immediately a message to our safety department from us. So we make drama. Of course, we know already you reported. We know already that the supervisor reported also to us because the Korean is pushing them. We terminate the Korean, not the team. But if you agree, for example, you did not report, it is only you supervisor, construction team only, and then you are being caught by safety, we can terminate you. Why? Meaning you agree. Okay. You have agreed to do the unsafe. If you are being pushed, you don't want also to, you can keep it in secret. We can help you, okay? Here also, tagline. Mostly you will be the one holding tagline, right? Be careful, This tagline is also not a joke, not a simple task. We have rigger being killed by tagline. Why? Lifting ongoing, tagline, remember tagline very long, right? They catch the leg, he fell, hit his head in concrete, dead. We have also tower crane operation before, he gave a radio signal, okay, hoist up, tell to tower crane operator. They found where is already, the one holding the tagline, already 3 meters sawa-sawa up. He leg catch the tagline, he managed to grab here, then he is already upside, 3 meter in the air. Somebody saw him signaling the tower crane operator. Yeah, be careful. Okay? I know that in safety they will say your tagline, if not being used, you will roll like this, right? But please, when you are using this one, have it spread already. And make sure your tagline no have nut. Because this one can catch any pipe, scaffold like that. Okay, it should be long, continuous. Okay, be careful on tagline. Okay. So inspection, yes, inspection is very important for the color coding. So the one will do the color coding of your tools and shackle is the certified rigger. Okay, if you found some damage in your belt, you tell the certified rigger, is this still okay or not? Right? If not okay, you say no. So you remove the color code and put it in a quarantine box. Sir, you do not allow any belt shackle without damage or without third-party certificate. Tell them they must have the quarantine box where they can put the expired certificate or damage in the box and lock and have a sign, because sometimes they are putting in your crane, right? On top of your crane. And then suddenly, Aramco will come, they will say, okay, give me third-party certificate of this one. Oh, expire. Oh, wait, no, we are not, they will never believe. No, you are using this one. Or maybe damage is there. No, we cannot throw because, no, you are using this one. So if you have an expired or damaged any lifting tackles equipment, put it in the
Parang
box lock it, okay? So here, you remember that the belt is also color coded according to the international standard, okay? These are the color. That's why sometimes you will notice some safety or Aramco or whatsoever. They will ask the foreman, what are you doing? I'm lifting 10 ton. Then suddenly, oh, why, stop, why, stop. They are shouting. You are wondering why the Aramco have stopped your activity. Why you are using 2 portant belt you are lifting 10 ton? How he know? He did not read the label. How did the Aramco know? Because of the color of your belt. Yes, by the color of belt, very far, I know already how many ton capacity you are using belt. By the color of the belt only. So they know. The maximum is of course the orange. So only this one, because 10 and above, of course, it's all color orange, but you will see how many capacity by the label. Okay, but from 1 to 10, and you will notice also the stitching per inch, how wide the belt. 1 inch belt, violet color, 1 ton, 2 ton, 2 inch, 3 ton, 3 inch. There is also a stitching there. That will you know also. Okay. But the most important thing, you need your label. If this is damaged, this is missing, even your belt is still in good condition, this already throw. Okay? You cannot use if this is damaged or missing. You cannot read the label. No, you cannot use. Because remember here, it show so many things, especially the serial number. The third party certificate serial number, you will write, missing, okay, I will write the serial number here by marker. Possible? No. As long as this is damaged, throw the belt. Okay. Now, what is written here? Right? Written here is the WLL, the workload limit, meaning this one. Okay. Now, there is also SWL, right? Written here. If it is straight, basket, or choker. It is also written here the serial number, the manufacturer. Okay, who is the what kind of material being used. Okay, and also one important is the safety factor. So what is the safety factor? Okay, SF. It will be written here in this label. There is SF. There is like a 3:1, 5:1, 7:1, like that. According to Aramco, what should be the minimum safety factor? Okay, that you need to buy a lifting tools. According to Aramco, okay, the minimum design safety factor is 5. Okay. When you are buying a belt or tools, there is a label there. You will see there SF. It should be 5:1. You can buy also 6:1, 7:1, but you cannot buy 4:1, 3:1 like that. Below. Minimum is 5. So what is the meaning of safety factor? Do you know the meaning of safety factor? Why Aramco telling when you buy a belt, it should be with a safety factor of 5. So what does it mean? You know already, I told you already, there is WLL. For example, 3-ton belt. So the WLL of yellow color belt is 3-ton. Correct? Now, what is the meaning of SF, safety factor? Any idea about this one, safety factor? I don't have reader here to ask, but anyway, remember the safety factor, you multiply the 5 to the WLL. The 1, the range 5:1, the 1 is the WLL. safety factor of 5. So 5, if you have a yellow belt, 3 ton, 5 times 3. How many? 15. 15 ton, correct? Meaning, the manufacturer make this belt that if you have a, brake test, they will try to pull with pressure, pulling this belt.
Kami.
When it comes to 15 ton, then it will
Layo na.
Break.
Ano?
Now, there are belt that you can buy 3:1 safety factor. Meaning, if they pulling this one, 3 times 3, 9 ton, it break at 9 ton. There are, you can buy a belt, safety factor is 7:1, meaning 3 times 7, 21 ton. After 21 ton, 21 ton, then break. And that is only for WLL of 3 ton. So, Aramco telling, I need a belt that it will break 5 times of the WLL. Okay? Now you will think, now I know. I have yellow belt. Now I have 5 ton load. I don't have other belt. I have only 3 ton yellow belt. Now, can I use this 3 ton belt to the 5 ton load? Of course, not yet. Let me ask you, are you using the belt one time only? Are you using the sling belt only one time? No, right?
No.
You will use it several times. Even 1 year maybe it will come to if there is no. Why? So, do you think after 1 use, the safety factor is still 5? No more. When you are using the belt, there are some scratches. There are sometimes under the sun, rain. It will deteriorate. The safety factor will down. And during inspection of third party, here third party, how many validity? 3 months only, right? Again, you will send the belt for third party inspection. What in third party will do? Only visual. They will not do brake test. No, brake test in class. They will only check, it's still okay. You can use. Right? So the safety factor will reduce every time you are using this one. The safety factor is reduced. So follow the WLL. Okay? So you know the safety factor. That is the breaking point of the belt according to manufacturer. So if you buy a safety factor more, it is more expensive. Yeah, you buy a 7:1, Aramco will be happy because more safer, right?
Yeah.
Now all this one of course is not allowed, but here now we will talk about the safe working load. Remember, depends on how you use the belt, the WLL can reduce or can be double, correct? For example, here, a 3 ton belt. We discussed already, if it is straight, the WLL same, equal, right? See? 3 ton, the SWL is also 3 ton. If choker, see, 20% less. The 3 ton belt, the safe working load only 2.4, 80% remaining, right? This is according to international standard, but in Aramco, I think they want 75% only here for choker. Okay. Basket, you see, 1 3 ton, you do like this, spreader valve, then it become 6 ton. That is only 3 ton belt. But the safe working load become double, right? Because it is straight. Okay. Now this one, why 4.2? Because have angle. Same here, 2 3 ton belt, supposed to be 6 ton, right? Because 2, but no, because of the angle. Here, 4 leg sling, 6.3 ton. 3, 6, 9, 12. Why not 12 ton? Why not 8.4. Why only 6.3? Okay. When you are lifting using 4 leg, meaning 4, and then you have master. For example, I'm lifting this table. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lifting here. How many belt you think it's carrying the table?
Four.
How many belt you think it's carrying the table? I have 4.
Four wheel.
4 belt.
Two. 4 or 4 basket.
Huh? I hook. There's a hook. I hook here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. 4 legs sleep. Like this.
Only to carry balancing only to.
Remember, madam, if we are using 4, the one carrying the load is only 2.
Dito. Dito.
Even this is equal length.
Dito is balancing.
The 2 is only balancing. So do not think, I have 4 belt. I'm lifting 6 ton. Okay. 2 ton. Okay, I have already 8 ton. Like that. Is it okay, no? Remember, this is only carrying 2. Okay, so be careful. Now we have also this tension factor. Remember the video I played? Why they saying the angle of sling is better here than almost angle is big? Okay. If, for example, this is 1 ton load, 1,000 kilo, correct? Now I put a belt like this, straight, total vertical. I make spreader bar, spreader bar. So, how much tension or how much kilo each belt carry? 1 belt here, 1 belt here. How much kilo carry tension? If totally straight. I have 1 ton here. How many? How many kilo?
2 tons, sir. Dalawa.
2 belt here.
Straight.
Straight. Now I have a 1 ton load. How much kilo or tension the belt is carrying each? How much kilo? How much tension? How much pressure? Belt here carrying, the belt here carrying, how much tension? How much load? I have 1,000 kilo here. 0.5, half. Okay? It's always half. It will be divided equally, the load. So, 500 kilo tension here, 500 kilo tension here. Now, you have, of course, 1 crane without spreader bar, 1 hook. Now, you have a long belt, have angle. Now, if you have an angle like this, 30 degree, how much tension each belt carrying? 520 kilo. 520 kilo. Shorter belt you have shorter belt. So, more angle. How many kilo tension here? 580 kilo. 580 kilo. But remember, your weight is not changing. It's still 1,000 kilo. Shorter your belt, the angle is 90 degree. How many kilo tension? 700 kilo. 700 kilo. You are like carrying 1.4 ton, but the load is only 1 ton. More shorter belt, more angle. 1 ton pressure, 1 ton pressure. But this is only 1 ton. It's like carrying 2 ton. Shorter the belt. See? Tension. 2 ton here. 2 ton here. It's not changing. It is still 1 ton. And almost your belt is straight. Your belt is almost straight. Then you see 1 ton. How many tension pressure here? 6 ton. 6 ton. So this is the common mistake of those who are inexperienced and have no knowledge. I put belt. Okay, lifting. This is only 1 ton. I'm using 4 ton belt. Put hook straight. And then suddenly, snap. Wow. How possible? they did not consider this
Angle.
tension factor, the angle. Be careful. Okay? So this is very important. Here you can use this one as a reference. You can, in every angle, you can multiply, you multiply this in every angle, you multiply this to the load, and then divide it into 2, that will be your tension in each belt. See? In every angle. So meaning, 90 degree, like that, then meaning straight, so you multiply the load to 1, so same, right? The more angle is going less here. In the first one, we check the angle here, right? Now this angle is coming from here, not from here, okay? This you multiply and divide into 2, okay? This is reduction factor. This is the formula they are using, okay, to do calculation. Very easy actually. See, height in inches, length of the belt here. Just divide the height, length. You will see the answer. Multiply this to the WLL of the belt. See, 0.7. That is your reduction factor. But for tension factor, opposite. Just see, divide the length into height equals 1.25, multiply this to the load. And that will be your, divide it into 2, that will be your tension in each belt. And this is already the given. In every angle, reduction factor, multiply this to the WLL of the belt. This one, multiply this to the load and divide it into 2, that is your tension factor. Okay? So remember, we have softener. We do not just leave any, especially with corner, because it can easily cut our belt. Barricade. Barricade is very important. You do not barricade the only where you are lifting. You are barricading up to where the boom. If the boom fall, the crane boom is still inside barricade. Okay? You do not barricade only where you are lifting. You are barricading if the crane collapse. The crane is still inside the barricade. Okay? Because remember, people might be walking around your barricade. If it is crane boom is outside, it will fall outside the barricade, then people there can be killed. Okay? This is good. Crane operator, you never move your crane without any signal coming from your flagman or your rigger. Okay? Even you are going forward. Remember that your rigger or flagman will have to check first around before he give you signal to move. Okay? Is this good? You ask your supervisor if, for example, you finish your work here. You go there 5 kilometer away, 3 kilometer away. You tell your supervisor give you vehicle, okay? But please do not ask your crane operator give me ride or me hiding inside cabin. No. We never use boom. If we can use the lesser boom, it is what we call extended. Because remember, there will be an arcing, right? A crane that is fully extended, there will be always arcing. It's more unstable. Okay. Here also, any existing pipeline or in the excavation per 1 meter deep, how many meter away your outrigger will be? 3 times 3. Okay. Every 1 meter deep, 3 meter away. 2 meter deep, 6 meter away. Here, if you are near any fixed structure, your counterweight is swinging minimum 2 feet or 0.6 meter. You cannot go lesser because we need space. Maybe some stupid guy passing here at the back, of course, he will not be crushed when you are swinging your crane, okay? So minimum 0.6 meter or 2 feet. Good? Counterweight? No, this is good. No, remember that this should be always total in gravity line. So when we are unloading material, that's why we are putting some wood, right? Making sure that the belt is not being crushed and then the crane will pull. You are damaging the belt and maybe also belt slip hitting you. Okay, be careful. This one is good. No, never ride the load unless it is a man basket purpose with a third party. See, I told you your crane is not a weighing scale. Okay, no guessing. Or please do not go under. That's why we are telling you 2 tagline, right? Because sometimes it's only 1 tagline. If this swing, you running on the other side, right? That's why you are going under load. Here, in any unloading material, trailer truck driver should get out. Do not take, trailer, go. No, that is not allowed. What if lifting this crane collapse? Trailer driver there doesn't know. He will reverse, stop, driver off, then only crane can lift. Okay? Here, any lifeline or whatsoever, this is considered critical lifting. You need already rigor 1 for any work near the power line. Okay. Here also, direct signal. But if the signal is already relayed to rigger or using radio, blind, we call it blind lift. Not direct signal with the rigger. Even 1 ton, you need already rigger 1. Because blind lift is considered critical lifting. Here, just make sure, we know that the speed limit here is 32 km per hour. But if you think the load is wide, light, easily blown by wind, even small, then you have to stop the activity. Signal. Okay. Who can give a signal to him? Crane signal, who can give? You can give? You can give signal? Can you give rigging signal to crane operator? Or only certified rigger? Can you give? No, right? You are not Aramco certified. Okay? But there is 1 signal you can give him. There is 1 signal you can give him. He need to follow. Emergency stop. Everybody, even non-rigger, can give a signal to him that he need to follow. Emergency stop. Okay? This is the only signal you can give to him. But during lifting, rigging, everything, only certified rigger by Aramco. Okay? This is the only you can give. Emergency stop. 2 hand. This is the normal stop of rigger, but this is emergency stop. Okay? This is for crawler. Okay, so man basket operation is considered critical lifting. So meaning only rigger 1 can do the signal and we need to do the trial lift, right? By using sandbag first before putting a person there, trial lift. Speed limit, I think that was 25 km per hour and your safe working load should be 50% less of the SWL always. What is critical lift? Close to electrical line, right? Close equipment containing to flammable, toxic, hazardous material. That's why mostly in line plant, mostly rigger 1 is doing the signal. 85% capacity of the crane, of the SWL. That's why be careful. You have only rigger 3. Now, you are utilizing the 85% of the SWL in the position. Please, you need to relocate your crane, or else you will do consumption of 85% of the SWL, they will catch you. Oh, why giving? That is already critical lift, even only 1 ton. Okay? Because you are consuming already 85% of the SWL of the crane. Over 40 ton. Special critical lift, 2 or more crane using tandem or tailing. Okay. Man basket operation. The rating involved crane by 25%. Mostly they are derating the one who is assisting in the tailing lift, right? They derate it by 25%, the load chart. Involving in high level or long reach lifting. For example, your boom is fully extended and then your angle is already very low. It is becoming unstable, so that is considered critical lifting. Blind lift, several signal man is being utilized, okay? And then also using, like the radio, blind lift, it is rigor 1. And nighttime activity. So even boom truck, everything, you need already rigor 1. Okay? Nighttime meaning dark hours, okay? There is no specific time. If the night is the natural sun, the sun. If there is, because of the sun is already out, that is already considered nighttime lift. When suspended lift or during high wind at 32 km per hour. We need your permit, hot work, okay? At the back of the permit, you crane operator, your name and everything, equipment will be written here also. So also they need to prepare the lifting plan. This one. So remember, pre-plan all crane lift. Use correct crane for the right job, okay? And of course, need to inspect all equipment, third party and everything, condition, maintenance, and color coding like that, okay? Use the crane load chart. Please give the proper load chart to the one who is making the lifting plan. And toolbox meeting before starting any lift. Think before you act. If in any doubt, please stop. That's why you are there. You can give emergency if something went wrong. Somebody crossing the barricade, you think that it is already touching the structure, then you have to, because your rigger is busy with the seeing the load. He cannot see other thing. Okay, that's why you as helper, you are there to monitor also the lift. Okay, or else this will happen. Okay? Any question? No? So get one sticker each and please sign here. Okay.